Now, continuing our coverage on jobs, we want to focus on that resume. Certainly a great tool to help make you stand out with any potential employers, but what if you've had a lot of different jobs? Does that hurt you? Well, our career expert Randy Wooden has some advice on that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, a lot of people have, well, everybody has just kind of a varied history. Some people have a lot of jobs or temporary jobs.
Sure.
How does that look? Is there a downside to that?
Well, yeah, and a resume is a very visual thing, so it's more difficult to talk about it. But I was asked this question recently. Look, with the tough economy, a lot of people have lost their job.
Okay.
And they've had to do what they can to bring in money. So it may mean taking temporary jobs, or maybe they take what they think's a full-time job, but it ends up being a short term because the company lays them off.
Okay, why not leave that off?
Well, then you run into the risk of saying the person looking at your resume says, well, what has this person done for the last year and a half?
Okay.
So you need to account for your time. Now, whether that means maybe you've gone back to school, then make that your most recent history. Maybe you've done volunteer work too.
If you've got time off and you lost your job and you've done volunteer work, it shows you're keeping busy, you're keeping active, you're still out there doing something.
Yeah, and
pretty valid.
And ideally, you'd want to highlight the skills in that volunteer work that correlate to the kind of job that you want. But the real question comes down to saying, okay, what if I went through a temp agency and I worked at maybe 4 or 5 different assignments in the last 3 years?
Okay.
How do I put that on a resume in a way that's not too confusing?
Okay.
That sort of thing. So what I would encourage you to do is to lump together the same sort of job. And that could be administrative, and literally say administrative, or clerical, or manufacturing, or sales, or whatever that was. And then maybe in parentheses, if you felt compelled to do this, you could put temporary agency or staffing agency, or along those lines. Maybe highlight 1 or 2 employers.
But like you said, that resume is a visual thing, and if you look at it out there, you want it to kind of be this cohesive history of what you've done. And if you look at it, you say, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah. You're just condensing. You're not changing things. You're just making it work better.
True. Right? A resume is not, and I've said this before, Brad. And by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
39. I like that.
Yeah.
He looks good for 39.
It's 20. It's 29.
Oh, we're the same. I think we're the same age.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mom says we're 20.
You just want to make sure that your resume, first of all, don't lie and invent things you didn't do. But it's a subjective document. You don't need to include every single job you've had.
Okay, you don't like, but it is a sales thing for you, and you want it to look good.
You do, and you don't
want to change things around, but you want that good face on the resume.
Don't make it confusing. Get in, get out. And I've also done this too. If your most recent history isn't that great, and you want to be known by what you have done in the past, then flip the order and put at the bottom current or present.
Oh, that's a neat idea.
Present experience, and then at the top talk more about your career, and you may put managerial experience or business experience or something like that, and then people look at the top and they say, that's what he can do, but it's still, you haven't deceived, you have the information about your current roles at the bottom.
It's great.
A little confusing, I know, but it's something that you really need to take some time with, because resumes are a great screen out device. If they don't see what they want or they're confused, they'll move on.
Randy, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Great advice.
Appreciate it.
Shannon?
Good morning.